Oh, hi there, and welcome back to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. We are continuing our adventure, and we finally get to go up to my favorite place in Sinnoh. The land of freezing our Batooties off. Yay! I like freezing my Batooties off, Ian. Yeah, me too. Am I getting Pokemon Legends Arceus? I talked about Legends Arceus earlier in the stream. I've been talking about it a lot on stream in general, so I don't want to be too repetitive here. The short story is I am very unenthusiastic about what I've been seeing, but I will be getting it. Unless something really makes me cancel my pre-order here in the next week. I'll probably do at least one stream on Friday. We'll play it the day it comes out, assuming it ships. I'll probably upload that first stream to YouTube, and it'll be like a first impressions type of stream. And then I probably will not... I'm not going to do what I'm doing with the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl on YouTube. So if I continue to stream the game after that first stream, which I probably will, I'm probably going to keep it exclusive to Twitch, and we'll finish up Brilliant Diamond. Brilliant Diamond should only take 2 more streams after this one, maybe 3. So I'll probably keep trying to do one more Brilliant Diamond stream each week until we're done with it. And then I'm going to put all my effort into preparing for Season 1, and we'll start Season 1 as soon as I'm actually ready to. Hopefully that'll be, like I said, I'm shooting for the beginning of April right now. Hydration breaks with actual water instead of alcohol. I'm taking a break from drinking. Just because, well, for starters, I was sick for a very long time. And secondly, I wasn't quite sure if I could drink with the medicine I've been on. But I've recently learned I could probably drink just fine with the medicine I'm on. But my follow-up doctor appointment is on Wednesday, so I figure I'm just gonna wait until after that to check with the doctor. VTuber of seeing a Skarmory talking to us. Dude, what if I turned myself into a cute Skarmory girl waifu and became a VTuber? And I just returned to Super Skarmory as Skarmbot, the ultimate waifu. I probably won't be streaming tomorrow, Jirachi, and I don't ever stream on Mondays these days. So, you won't be missing any action. I'm taking a break from drinking? Yes, you heard that correctly. I actually haven't had a drink in at least a month and a half now. I couldn't, I was dying. I was literally dying. I hate the Poketch. What baboon thought that it was a good idea to not put in Platinum's back button? Ah! I hate this game. But yeah, I'd say there's a pretty good stay on that medication. You want to throw a party for me going a month sober. I'm not an alcoholic. At least I don't think I am. In fact, if the doctor gives me an A-OK, I'll probably enjoy some beverages next Friday. That's what they all say. Denial is often the first stage of recognizing what is an alcoholic. Guys, plus. I am fine. I think the fact that I was able to like go this long without drinking, probably a good sign that I'm not an alcoholic. I just enjoy having a few drinks on Friday. Sometimes I admittedly get a little carried away. I won't deny that. But, I don't know. It's usually just the way I like to wrap up a good, solid week of work. $95.5 hours past 2 weeks. Your Monster Hunter problem. Yeah, that's a lot of time to play a game within a 2 week span. Whoa. I feel like that's rare. Are Clefairies rare? You're dreaming right now? You're not an alcoholic? You swear if this is a dream, you're gonna wake up crying? Did you think I was an alcoholic? Oh, that thing knows Meteor Mash. Yes, you actually thought I was an alcoholic? We're all convinced I am? Holy moly, guys. What? Holy moly. No, I guess I could understand why someone might get the wrong impression, because like there was like a long stretch where I was basically only streaming on my drinking night. So like if you watched my streams, you would only see me when I'm drinking. So like I guess I could understand why someone might get the wrong impression. But no, I only drink one night a week. Or at least I did up until the last 2 months. Damn it, people! I'm not an alcoholic! Actually, even before I did get COVID, I was starting to cut back on how much I was drinking. Part of that was just because, like, now that I'm working again, like, my sleep schedule's all out of whack. Well, actually, it's not out of whack. It's back to being normal. So, like, I didn't want to stay up super late, so I was just not drinking a lot on that basis alone. No, you did not get me into seltzers, JT. You mean this wholeheartedly? You're so happy to hear that. Sorry I ever left the impression that I did have an alcohol problem. Like I said, I can understand why I might have accidentally given someone the wrong impression, but no, that's... I am not... At least I don't think I am. I've actually known, like, I've known my share of alcoholics. There was someone I knew at the last place I worked, and he'd come in and you could just smell the alcohol on him. He was a really nice guy, but, like, you knew he had a drinking problem. You liked Alcoholic Ian better? Oh wait, did I say that? Not an alcoholic on subphone. Oh my goodness. This conversation got really out of hand really quickly. I thought I accidentally said the F word, Haley, and then I realized, oh, you're talking about Feebas. Gideon pretty drunk and will do a Yasuo only ranked stream. Yeah, like, for me, and I will say this, like, if you do drink alcohol, definitely drink responsibly. Like, for me, I have a few drinks once a week. I like to stream, hang out with you guys. It's fun to me. That's just kind of like one of my ways I enjoy, but, alcohol is a very dangerous substance to consume, so I always advise people to be responsible with it. I almost never drink if I go out, and if I do, like, on special occasions, I'll get, like, maybe one drink at a restaurant. I think, there's been 1 or 2 times I've sometimes gotten a second drink. Because you grew up adoring the person I am. Sorry, I'm like processing how you worded that. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Like I said, I'm just sorry I gave the wrong expression. Gave the wrong impression to you, Gaming Jirachi. Also, I guess Clefairy isn't that rare. Either that or I'm just super lucky. I'd like to think that I am man enough to, like, admit my faults and flaws. Like, I've had many personal issues over the years, but I've never felt like I've had a drinking problem. Not even close. I'm actually very careful about things like that. Like, I don't wanna... Like, I had a few bad experiences with alcohol, like, during my dark years, and I implemented some ground rules that I apply to, like, drinking. And I've stood by those ever since. One of those rules is I don't drink if I'm feeling really, really down. That is not the play. That is not the play. Ian's done a lot of great stuff tonight. He stopped and had a conversation about Nintendo's practices. I'm gonna test truthfully that he can drink responsibly. Well, this has been a conversation. This has been a conversation tonight. I'm not gonna comment on your topic, TNL, because that's just the topic that I tend to stay away from. But I would agree with you that you should probably be careful. There's a lot of things out there that people, and I'm talking more generally, but it applies to your topic. There's a lot of things out there that people think are fine and that you can't get addicted to things, but you could get addicted to just about anything if you're not careful. Also, TNL, I don't judge on that topic, just saying, like, this is going on YouTube, so it's a topic I'm gonna stay away from. Conversations generally do happen in chat from time to time. I'm still like having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that someone was like super worried I was an alcoholic. I just, that's funny to me, like, in a way. Like, I guess it should, like, it probably shouldn't be funny, but it's kind of funny anyway. Maybe we joke too much. Maybe. Yeah, some people probably think me and Haley actually genuinely hate each other. That's probably another bad impression I've probably given to people. Because Haley and I are always... We have a very brutal sense of humor towards each other. So if anyone like has that impression, maybe Haley and I, since we're clearing the air on things, maybe this would be a good opportunity for Haley and I to clear the air that we actually like each other. What if I put Roserade out front in a blizzard? That sounds like a great idea. Every time you saw that I became depressed, you just wanted to give a friendly hug through the screen because you're an amazing... I have to scroll up. Entertainer. You are the one, even if you believe... You are one, even if you believe that you aren't. That you have become the last 15 years. Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of dark years, for sure. But I'd like to think I'm in a really good place right now. Like, I don't know. It's weird from my own perspective, because I know, like, people don't, like, live my experiences, so to speak, but, like, nowadays I'm in a pretty good place. I mean, I still have my moments and my days, and I get sad from time to time, but, as someone who's been following me through some of my darkest days, you're happy to see I'm doing good now. Yeah, I'm definitely doing good. I wish I could translate that to like some grand Super Skarmory return, but I mean, as I've discussed in great detail here, and I won't like dwell on this topic again for the 100th trillionth time, but like, there's just a lot of problems with me being able to try to go be Super Skarmory again. I think it's better for me to just be what I am now, and I think you guys appreciate and like me, and sure, our community's probably a lot smaller as a result, but as long as you guys keep coming to watch me, I'll keep streaming. Because I enjoy this, it's a fun hobby for me. And that's how I want to treat YouTube and streaming and stuff. I just want it to be a fun hobby for me, something I genuinely enjoy doing. Yeah, TNL, we could have that conversation on a non-YouTube stream. Because I have comments, I just don't want to talk about the topic here. Let's go, Ian, right now. Put him up. Let's go! You want to go? You want to fight me? I will kick that cute little booty. Right to the moon. Well, JK, I don't have that much leg strength. Probably better than tackle. Is that why Skarm isn't on the team? So Haley and I have been doing a Pokemon marathon, and we've implemented a lot of rules about our marathon. One of the things we've been doing is trying to use Pokemon that originated in a particular generation. And then we're trying to do no duplicate Pokemon. No duplicate types. So I took a hybrid of my Platinum and Diamond teams, and then there was only 6 Pokemon that fit the criteria without counting the fact that 2 of them were starters. And Toxicroak and Roserade are both poison. So I decided to take Neptune and send Neptune into an icy route instead of a water route. That's how I put together the team. I like Skarmory, but I've been trying to use other Pokemon. Like, don't get me wrong, still love Skarmory, but after you use Skarmory like 100 times in playthroughs, you start to get a little bored of it, you know? I appreciate that, Gaming Jirachi. I think sometimes people forget that Super Skarmory and Ian, the person, aren't the same. So I talked about this a little bit earlier on the stream. Someone on YouTube, I can't remember the username, but someone on YouTube said, they asked me why I stopped, or why I switched channels. And like at the core, right now the main reason I decided to kickstart a Kingdom of Zeal YouTube channel is just because I can't be Super Skarmory right now. Like, Super Skarmory as a channel requires a certain time commitment and effort that I'm not capable of giving. So if I tried to go be Super Skarmory, I would either do one of two things. I would instantly burn myself out from pushing myself too hard, or I wouldn't live up to the expectations of people that just want to see old Super Skarmory. And if I didn't live up to those expectations, a lot of people would get grumpy with me, say things that aren't necessarily mean, but would sting a little bit. And then, like, that would all just add up, and then I'd burn myself out. It'd take a mental toll on me, and then I just would go back to not making content at all. So, a fresh start in the Kingdom of Zil is the best route for me to be me. To make content I want to make for the reasons that I want to make it, and go from there, you know? The name doesn't make the man makes the name. True, true. I'm a great dude. You appreciate how good you are at setting boundaries. Taught many a lesson from you before on that. I actually used to be really terrible at setting boundaries. If you could believe that. Perhaps that's how I became the person I became today, though, because after you screw up enough in life, you eventually learn how to set boundaries. Setting boundaries is a very difficult skill. And I think there's a lot of people who don't understand how to do that. It was worth at least a try, maybe? No, I disagree. Not worth a try. It's not worth a try because I know my limits. So like I said, one of two things happens. I either burn myself out instantly or I don't live up to people's expectations. A clean, fresh start allows me to be me. And I've said this many times before, for you guys watching this, no one here should even really care. You're all watching me, so like, why do you guys, like, it doesn't matter to anyone here. At least it shouldn't. I don't really have many good Pokemon for this corner of the globe. Like, all my Pokemon kinda get wrecked by ice types. Would I say that my previous returns were a mistake? Yeah. Probably would say that. Because I was trying to push myself to do something I wasn't capable of doing. I mean, the mistake might have been that maybe I should have just tried to rebrand sooner, or like shift my overall brand. I mean, my plans for Zil are basically, I plan on doing things that I want to do and how I want to do them. That's pretty much the route I'm taking. I know the first season back, I'm doing a season on Pokemon, but the kind of the point of the first season is basically kind of to showcase what I loved about Pokemon and why I don't really plan on playing much more Pokemon in the future. I played Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl for you guys because when like, 4th gen behind 3rd gen was my favorite Pokemon games when I was younger. And they were a big part of what turned me into Super Skarmory. And I'm giving Legends Arceus a try. But I said this earlier in the stream, if I'm not enjoying it after like 1 or 2 streams, I won't keep streaming it. Yeah, I agree with you, Master Euro. I don't think I can replicate the person I was 10 years ago because I'm just not that person anymore. And I don't really, like, here's the thing, right? This is, like, one of the hard parts that was tough for me to, like, realize. I don't really care about the fame or, like, the money or anything like that. I just want to, like, have fun and chill and play video games. And I want to share that joy with other people. You know? Like, I want to make other people enjoy video games that I enjoy. And I think part of the problem with Super Skarmory was I started playing games that I wasn't even enjoying. I was playing games that I thought people wanted me to play. But, like, I feel like that doesn't really capture what, like, my goals are as a person. Like, I want to share what I like with other people. So yeah, it's gonna be a small community, it's gonna be a small audience, it's gonna not be anything like what it was a long time ago, but that's okay. Who knows? Maybe it grows into something new and beautiful, maybe it doesn't. And if it doesn't, oh well. It's a hobby to me, like, not gonna hurt my feelings if I can't grow a new audience or anything like that. Ian, you think you're on the same route? You'll race me? You'll probably win. How in the world did you avoid playing Chrono Trigger for so long? Good question. I don't know. It's my first favorite game of all time, but I think everyone knows that. Chrono Trigger is, to me, the epitome of, like, perfect game design. Something that I've come to realize as I've gotten older is that video games can be made too complex. And if you start to make games too complex, they start to not... It becomes an issue, you know? I think I'm gonna skip Blizzard here. It's only 20 more power than Ice Beam. I feel like that's off. Did they nerf Blizzard? Feels weaker than it used to be. But yeah, like, Chrono Trigger is a very graceful game in that it has a lot of depth, and it creates a lot of depth through what it has, while still managing to keep its simplicity. And that's what makes it a brilliant game. Maybe it's just that time of life that made you like it so much. All your favorite games came from that time period. Yeah, that's possible. But Chrono Trigger is just genuinely a really good game. There's, like, I generally almost always see Chrono Trigger at the top of, like, top game lists. Like, look at any top 100 game list out there, and Chrono Trigger usually finds its way not only onto the list, but usually towards the top. I think there was a crummy top 100 list that came out pretty recently, and I think Chrono Trigger was like 25 or 26 on it. I forget who did the list, and I didn't agree with a lot of it. I think they put Undertale above Chrono Trigger, and that, like, that made me angry. like, I liked Undertale. I didn't think Undertale was a bad game, but come on, man. Putting Undertale above Chrono Trigger? No way. Just no way. That is not right. Ooh, I have a move for this. Ah ha ha ha. I've always wanted to use Abomasnow, but never actually have. Did the Pope have Chrono Trigger music playing at an event? You know, I think I did hear something about that. I think Ocarina of Time is a little bit overrated. But I also think that, like, back for its time, Ocarina of Time was probably, like, as top tier of a game as you could get. And I'm usually someone who holds the, like, belief that you should judge games for the time they came out. I think people should judge everything for, like, anything artistic for its time. So I think for its time, Ocarina of Time was definitely an incredible game. But I don't really think Ocarina of Time is held up as well as some games do. I don't think it's a bad game by any means. I just don't think it's aged as well as some people make it sound like it's aged. And I might have just, like, triggered some of you. Sorry if I just insulted anyone's love of Ocarina of Time, but... I think that's one of the things that makes Chrono Trigger so incredible. I do think Chrono Trigger is a very timeless game. And it had, like... The problem that a lot of games had in that early 3D era is 3D, like, that's something that can age poorly. 3D can definitely age poorly. Whereas, like, the sprite work of a game like Chrono Trigger, that's gonna never age the way that old 3D stuff will age. I actually enjoyed playing Mario 64 on the DS. Like, I genuinely had a lot of fun playing it. But I also played that, like, 15 years ago, so if I were to pick it up today, I don't know if I would necessarily enjoy it as much as I did back then. I think 3D games in general have a very bad aging issue. Also, going back to the simplicity and complexity thing, that's another reason that I think, like, right now, the indie gaming world is, like, the place where you could find some of the greatest stuff. Just because the people who make those games are very passionate, and sometimes, like, these big AAA studios, they get too wrapped up in just, like, slamming as much crap as they can into a game. Whereas the really good, and I'm not saying, like, there's a lot of bad indie games out there, don't get me wrong, but the good ones usually are good at, like, striking a nice balance of finding, like, that sweet spot on simplicity, where they keep the game simple but, like, add enough depth to it to make it interesting. That's also why, like, games like not Chrono Trigger, XCOM 2, Skyrim, and Civilization, some of my favorite games. One of the great things about all those games is the modding community, because the game that the developers released, like, was good at kind of keeping that simplicity. And then if you really like the game and you want to like make it more complex after you learn the basics, you can go mod the game and make it more complicated. Like, XCOM 2, some people complain about the base game, usually those who've like played like Long War and stuff like that. But like the base game is actually incredibly well designed for getting someone into the game. And then if you like it, then you could go install Long War and play that, or some other mod that adds difficulty. See you, Alex. Enjoy the land of dreams and sleep, sleep. I knew there was something up here. Nugget. Might be a bit of a crazy and abstract question, just how do you think of the fact that I've had a fairly public image for over half my life now? I think no wonder I had so many mental health issues. That's what I think. That is an abstract question. That's not an easy question to answer. It's helped mold me into the person I am, for better and for worse, you know? Like, I think my experiences with Super Skarmory have done a lot to cause me a lot of troubles over the years. But they've also done a lot of good for me, and they've molded me into the person I am, and after I was able to get myself back on my feet and properly reflect on all those experiences, I think overall it's made my life a more fulfilling one in the end. I think I can look back and appreciate those experiences when they were all said and done. I think we were discussing earlier in the stream, like if we went back in time and could redo things, and I mentioned, like, I'm not actually sure I would go back in time and undo things. There's a lot of crappy things that I wish I could have done better or differently. I could still be Super Skarmory right now, and I could have a big following and all of that, but, you know, like, I know it's really cliche, and there's a lot of people who don't like this quote, probably because it partially gets used a lot by, like, religious people, like, everything happens for a reason. But, you know, to some extent, it's not, like, the most inaccurate quote. Like, bad things help us appreciate the good. And like the same way I've talked about it in video games, like overcoming challenges and whatnot, it makes you a stronger person, and you get a great sense of accomplishment from being able to overcome challenges. Those are the kind of things that build character. Obviously, this is a very complex topic, and I'm not saying, like, don't like take what I'm saying and skew the meaning of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of crappy things that happen to people that they should never have to go through. But you have to pick yourself up and move on, you know? You can't let stuff hold you back forever. Yay, icicle plate. It snowed that's twice as deep as what we had last week. Ian managed to find a small gold nugget naturally. Were you asking me, JT, what my favorite movie is? I don't really have one. I guess historically, through my lifetime, my favorite movie was called Cool Runnings. Just because I watched that movie like 100 times as a kid. You don't really agree with that quote, but you live by things are going to happen, embrace what will come, and know you can only change so much. Not a quote, just your own philosophy. Yeah, that's a fair take. Like I said, I understand that there's a lot of people who hate the quote like everything happens for a reason. And there's been points in my life where I've hated that quote. So I understand why not everyone like wants to subscribe to that. But from my own personal experiences, I look back on my hardships and they got me to where I am today, and today I'm actually pretty happy with where I'm at. Doesn't mean I'm 100% like happy, but not maybe how I wanted to word it, but like there's a lot of areas in my life I'm still trying to improve and grow, and I have a long way to go on my personal journey of being the person that I want to be. So like I'm not just being here like, yeah, I'm perfect the way I am. Like I'm not one of those people, but I'm content with where I'm at. I feel like I'm on the right track, and I want to continue working to build myself over time. This isn't flying, it's falling with style. Wait, what's that from? I recognize the quote. Stoicism. Stoicism is a good... I think it's a good trait to have. It allows you to take things and shrug them off, you know? Like, I think for me personally, my experiences have helped me be able to be more stoic. And... oh, Buzz Lightyear. Gotcha. I knew I recognized the quote. I never really got into Toy Story like the way some people have. Actually, when I was younger, I actually didn't even like Toy Story. I feel like I'm really over-leveled, but at the same time, I feel like I'll get to the Elite Four, and I'm just gonna get wrecked. How did they screw the power curve of this game up so badly? Hold on. This probably goes to the lake, right? Dude, this guy's barefoot and like wearing these skimpy clothes, and it's a blizzard. Like, aren't you cold? Aren't you freezing your butt off? I remember when I was in my really dark days, this is kind of in response to your last statement, TNL. Like, in my dark days, I remember telling myself I just wanted to be happy again. But at the time, the problem with that train of thought was I didn't actually understand how to achieve that goal. Like, finding happiness isn't an easy task. And achieving that goal, it's a complicated journey to get to that point. And I think somewhere along the lines, I realized that what I was really after was trying to build myself up again to be a better and stronger person. Like, it wasn't that I wanted to find happiness from sitting around and playing video games all day. It's that I wanted to, like, build the life that I wanted to be living. And yeah, video games are definitely in that life, but there's more to life than just playing video games. And I guess, like, in hindsight, it was kind of silly to sit around saying I wanted to find happiness. Because if I knew the answer to how to attain that, I would have been happy. I wouldn't have had the problems I had. Hello, Bella. Yes, we are at that point in the night. To be fair, earlier in the night, we were having the conversation of how someone thought I was an alcoholic. That was a fun conversation. Constant learning and change. Yeah, some people definitely get a lot of happiness out of learning and, like, doing new things all the time. I'm actually not one of those people. I try to keep a somewhat healthy level of, like, I try to do new things from time to time. But, I think for me, like, trying to build a solid routine that keeps me, like... And like, trying new things as part of that routine, I suppose. Because, like, I've spent years trying to, like, build my life into a spreadsheet. And I've kind of finally accomplished that over the last year or so. Like, about a year ago, I finally, like, achieved that. And then the last year, I've been, like, slowly making tweaks to it. And then, like, getting my job was, like, the final thing I needed to, like, really get me to where I wanted to be. That was, like, what pushed me to the point where, like, alright, I have all the pieces in place now. And, like, now I'm where I want to be, I guess, so to speak. I kind of lost my train of thought. There was a point to this, but I lost what that point was. I guess, oh, I remember, like, just getting that, like, finding that stable, like, system that I can live by, like, basically my framework for how I want to live my life. Like, I've figured out what my framework is, and now that I have my framework, now I'm living my framework out, and I get the satisfaction of accomplishing the goals that I've set for myself. But it took me a lot. Like, people always talk about setting goals. Like, how many people here have been blasted with, like, the advice, just set goals for yourself? But part of the battle to setting goals is you have to know what goals you actually want to achieve. Because if you're not actually interested in achieving the goals that you set, you're not going to actually meet your goals. You won't strive to achieve them. You know? And I think that was, like, part of my problem for a long time, was I was trying to set goals for myself, but I didn't even know what I was trying to achieve. So I just was wandering through life aimlessly. But now I have my system. Now I know what I'm trying to achieve. Now I have it all laid out. And when I said earlier, like, I'm still not where I want to be necessarily, it's because I know I'm not quite achieving all the goals I have for myself. But at least now I'm able to, like now I know what I'm striving for. And I can slowly build myself up over time. I'm not really sure if I can not knock this thing out, but I kind of want to catch it. Just for the funsies of it. Probably Shadow Ball does the least damage. Well, I didn't knock it out, but now I lowered its stats. Let's try Freeze Dry. Happy you hear what I found that I want to strive for? Yeah, I mean, it's not really something to like be super excited over. It's just like I finally have what I've been shooting for. And that makes me happy. I suppose is the point of it all. Quite frankly, the life that I actually want to live, to a lot of people, would probably be very boring. Like, I actually think, like, the life I personally desire to live is a pretty boring one that not a lot of people necessarily subscribe to. But it's what I want to do, so that's all that really matters. It's one of the reasons that I'm actually kind of happy with my relationship with Haley, because I think me and her are kind of on the same page of what we're looking for out of life. At least that's what I think. Only time will truly answer that question. Boring is often the best. Probably not wrong. I actually have realized I'm a pretty boring person, and I'm okay being a boring person. I am good at making myself seem more interesting than I actually am. Like, most of you are probably like sitting here like, you're not boring, Ian. No, I'm pretty boring. I just do a good job of selling myself as somebody who's interesting. I guess that could be attributed to just being able to express myself in an interesting way. These battles are driving me nuts, man. Can't even act like you like me. Hold the phone here. That was actually me saying I do like you. And it's a reason, like, I see those qualities as something that is part of the reason I like you. That was actually meant to express... express the emotion of liking you. My point was simply being, it's possible that the future could reveal that I'm not necessarily as right about that as I thought. Yeah, only time will tell, like I said. Look, I'm a little bit jaded here. Why did... Oh. Remember, I'm the guy who once had a relationship that lasted 6 years. You just made the 1 year mark. I have my reasons for being a little on the pessimistic side. Oh, what the? This actually took me to the town. Well, now I feel like I missed a part on the previous route. No, I went the right way! Ah! Okay, hold on. I'm gonna heal up at the Poké Center and we're gonna go back out there for a little bit. The night version of this route's track is better than the day. The city or the route? Or the lake song. Because I like the lake song. The lake song is good. Please tell me I have a repel. Super repel. Okay. There's probably like literally nothing here. Oh, no, there's a house. We missed something. As someone who's in a happy 3-year relationship, it's scary to hear when people have made it longer and longer only for it to end badly. Well, if it makes you feel any better, in hindsight, you know, those old hindsight 2020 glasses, looking back and reflecting on it, it's very easy for me to understand that things were probably doomed a lot sooner than the 6-year mark. Honestly, it was probably around the 3-year mark when I should have probably started realizing things were doomed. Every relationship's a little different. I made a lot of mistakes, and like I won't pretend that those problems weren't like there was a lot of problems that had to do with me. And I made a lot of mistakes, and you learn from them. But I will advise to anybody that no matter how long you've been in a relationship, it's always important to just always make sure you're taking care of yourself and to be careful. Like, I don't know how to word this without, like, making it sound crappy. Also, thanks for the raid to Billy X. I really appreciate that. Unfortunately, you kind of picked a bad time to raid because I'm about to wrap up my stream here. But I do appreciate it. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, just be careful. You never know. You never know. Tell me my favorite Mon? Skarmory. I used to be known as a guy named Super Skarmory on YouTube. Yeah, I don't think he knows who he raided, Argo. You have some very interesting viewers. Alright, folks, this is actually gonna be... I'm not gonna end the stream right away, but I am going to, cut this off here for, the YouTube folk. So if you're watching on YouTube, this will be the last episode for the week. Like I said, next stream is going to be Legends Arceus. We'll give it a try. I'll probably upload that first stream to YouTube as well, and then from there, we'll figure it out as we go. So if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see you next time. For the stream folks, stick around. I'm not done quite yet.